So part two of this demo is going to talk about, so we kind of have our character built. I have my body, I have my leg, and one of the things we didn't talk about, we did use a pick whip to connect body, our paths, but right now we're going to link everything to our body. So I'm going to click on my body just so I know that that's it. And I'm going to take this pick whip from leg L, make sure that if you don't see that, this is probably what's closed down right here maybe. And I'm going to take my pick whip from leg L, connect it to the body, and same thing, leg R to the body. So now, anytime I move the body, the legs follow. But if I move the legs separately, those will also follow. One thing we didn't talk about in the last demo is something you can do right now. For my body, you can see my anchor point's off. So I can go to layer, transform, center anchor point, and flare content. That would be good for the body, but for the legs, what I might do here is click on the leg and hit A for anchor point, and just slide my leg to that anchor point just for a better rotation, because I would want my leg rotating on that point, and then just go place the leg. Okay, so go here then, same thing, hit A. And then one thing, like, same way that we did the socks where the rounded cap there, I could have done that for the legs, I didn't, but you know, that could have been done. You could also, like, if that's like your back leg, you could scale that thing slightly smaller too. Yeah, that might make more sense. Okay, so here's my body and all that, the legs are attached. So what I'm going to do is start keyframing. Now, we created some keyframes on path, but we can also do rotation. So say my leg here, I'm going to go R, and I'm going to turn rotation for leg L. I'm going to say, all right, at that point, I want you to be here, and then by the time you get to here, I'm going to take my rotation tool, or I'm going to use this, and all right, I want you to rotate backwards, okay? Same thing with leg R at 0. Set rotation on with R, and then by the time it gets to here, I want that leg to have rotated backwards as well. Okay, and then this is kind of the tricky part, and then you're going to do this for your paths as well. We have that movement, but we want it to loop, so I'm going to have this thing go back. I'm going to put my playhead there. I'm going to copy this, Command C or Edit Copy, and I'm just going to paste that frame a little bit later, and then do it for that other layer too. There may be some other easier ways. You might be able to do it 2 at a time. The big thing I think you want to do is put your playhead there and then edit copy, edit paste. Thing is you're not copying all of your keyframes. You're only copying your rotation there. So right now I'm going to trim up my work area. I'm actually going to go and bring this over, and then I'm going to go composition, trim comp to work area. And then you're going to see there's my character. Okay, just playing on loop, right, doing his thing. Okay, now what I want to do here is I also want to keyframe my paths. So I'm going to go into leg L, open up my contents, and I'm only going to mess with the base part, so the leg. I'm going to go into my path. You can see I already turned that on. So what I'm going to do here is it's 0, that's where I want it. Okay, at this point I want it to do something different. So I'm going to you have to use your arrow, your V, and then G, but your convert tool to do this. The G, the convert tool, lets you select points, and so I can manipulate it, right, if I want to straighten that leg out a little bit at this point. Get it looking how you want it. See what that looks like. So there, it's like straightening as he goes back. Maybe I don't like that curve to the bottom part of the foot, so I fix that up. Okay, and then same deal as before. I go here, edit copy, and then let's go to the last keyframe here. Edit paste. Okay, and then it's back to that curvature. So now let's see, watch that leg. All right. Maybe there's something I don't like there. You know, I probably could have slowed this down a little bit too. I don't like that quite as much. And it does, you know, the way you curve your foot and stuff is going to affect things. So you have to kind of get a feel for it a little bit too here. And then, so that leg is done, so I'm going to close that leg up and go into my leg R. There it is, okay. And I'm going to this path, okay, so 0 looks like that. By the time it gets to here, all right, what's that leg going to look like? Okay, straighten it out. All right, here's the other thing. You can go back. Once you use that convert tool to select, you can move stuff. So same thing. And if I click on this leg, I can't do that necessarily. Okay, it's changing the scale. I actually need to make sure that I go in, well, I go with my convert tool, I select on that thing, and then once I've select points, then I can go ahead and move them. But up to that point, they're not working. So See, it looks like I messed up a little bit there, so I'm gonna maybe delete out a keyframe on leg L. I'll go with that one. Looks like I might have a keyframe somewhere in there. Let's switch that one. So I'm going to go ahead and fix it because it was not looking right. Say at that point I want him to straighten out his feet. Okay. So then boom, and then he'll swing back. Okay. And that was leg L. Now leg R, same deal. Okay. Here he is. Boom, he straightens out. Okay. I want that to be maybe a little bit more extreme. Swing that out. Swing this out. Get a little bit of curvature to that leg. And then there we go. Something's up there. I'm going to move that. Move that point back. Actually, I don't even want to do that because I want this to swing back and then forward, and I want this to be the exact same thing. So delete that original keyframe, go back here on leg R's path, edit, copy, and then as far ahead as I can get it, edit, paste, boom, and then let's see what that looks like. There he is. There he's swinging. Okay. So it is important that you're being kind of meticulous, make sure it looks right, and then you do understand that you have to go into your path, and I'm only using my leg. Okay, I'm not going to do the others because the others are going to follow. They're all linked together. And then I also did rotation. Okay, you could also mess with position or any other thing that you wanted to. So, and then from there, you just want to save, and the next demo will show you how to loop your animation.